Well, it is time for our real estate market update, and we are looking at the statistics from March 2022. Wow, things are really still going up, including the interest rate. So we're going to review our stats and talk about where I think the future is going to go in real estate. So let's share this screen and get started. One of the reasons I like to do month to month, just so you see, this is going to be our special focus at the end of our stat chart review, but I like to look at month to month because here's Rutherford looking at year to year, and we see percentages increase. And if we look at the Asheville region year to year, we see percentages decrease. So looking at it month to month gives, for me, a better idea of what's happening in our local market. Our Asheville region, remember that includes Hendersonville, Buncombe, and all of our surrounding counties. We went up in our new listings to 1,303. That's a fairly big climb from 888 in 1 month. So this is some of our outer counties that started adding houses. We increased in pendings and in closings. The big, excuse me, the big almost amazing thing is that in 1 month, our median home price went up $25,000 to $375,000. That's a huge jump. And the average went up to $449,000. That's another big jump. Days on the market still 37.09 on our month supply. I found it interesting that looking over these past 3 months that our monthly supply has still stayed pretty even with less than a month, right at a month, even though we continue to add more listings. So Buncombe County also went up in new listings to 448. Pendings increased. Again, the story is the increase of the median home price in Buncombe County in just 1 month has gone up to $446,000 for a median home price in Buncombe County. This is outpricing most of our workforce housing, and with the interest rates going up, it's going to outprice a lot of people. The average in Buncombe County is $556,000. If you are moving here from someplace else that you have cash, this may not seem like it's a very high amount, but if you're moving here and you're looking for a loan and you get a local job, that this is very expensive for our area. Asheville City has even, this is the story of the month, is price increase. Asheville City, the median home price jumped to almost $500,000 to $496,000 from $413,000. That is a tremendous jump in 1 month. Again, part of that we're seeing, and look at this, the average jumped to $100,000. Part of that is because of new construction costs more. So as the new construction come on line and are being bought, then these prices continue to increase. Henderson County actually added quite a few new listings, and those were mainly in the 375 to 500 category that they were listed in. The pendings increased as well as closings. Henderson County's medium home price rose to 379, the average 436. This 379 is much better deal than Buncombe County or Asheville City if you're looking at prices just for alone of where to go. If you're moving here, that may seem like a really good deal in this area. It's still it's super interesting to see this continue to climb on the median home price. The city of Hendersonville, median home price jumped 15,000 to 375,000 in 1 month. That's incredible. And their monthly supply is continuing to get lower and lower. Less than a half of a month available in the city of Hendersonville. So if you're an investor and you're looking to see like, where could I go? Buncombe County, Henderson County, they seem to be being outpriced because the people that are moving here are willing to pay these prices for even houses that need to be fixed up. So where do you go to find some possible deals? So I like to look in our special focus from year to year to see what's changing and what's going on in that area. So we're looking at Rutherford County, and you know, their new listings increased from year to date to 108. Their pendings increased to 103. Their closed decreased from year to date. And here's the thing that I find is very interesting is their median home price decreased from year to date, and it's $226. And now their average went up a little bit, and their month supplies, just like most of our region, right around a month of how much supply they've got left. But on this 226, it's sort of interesting if we broke that down into different categories to see are these more, we'd have to explore a little bit more to see, are these more ones that are need to be fixed up? Are these mobile homes? What is this? And if you are moving to this area and you don't really care, you just want the Western North Carolina mountains, this might be an area to look at as well. So what's the takeaway with all of this? Well, prices continue to rise. That I'm a little bit surprised at the significant increase that they rose from February to March. That's huge. And this was an interesting statistic that as I was looking at is that multifamily land and houses that are under 200,000 made price adjustments in the month of March up to 10%. So what that tells me is that if a house is in very poor condition, it is not selling as fast or for as much. People are not willing to pay the very high prices for something that needs a lot of work. So we are listening the price adjustments. The same with multifamily. If you are an investor looking for apartment complexes, there's some negotiation room in now. This was the thing that just blew me away. I looked at this last night. The interest rate on Monday, according to money.com, was 6.875. Now the interest rate's been jumping. Okay, let me just stop this share for a minute. The interest rate has been jumping up and down with the Ukrainian war, what's going on with that. but to jump from 5 to 6 back and forth with that yo-yo, and every time it goes back down, it continues to climb up in increments. So those are huge jumps. Those are not like a 1/10 of a point jumps. That's going to affect our real estate market. People are already being a little more slow to buy. I am seeing price adjustments throughout everything, not just the ones under 200,000, but we're seeing slight price adjustments. And with the hyperinflation that we're seeing, the real estate market it's not tanking, and all statistics say that it is not going to tank anyway. There's too many people still out there with cash that want to, in our local area, that want to buy here, and they'll pay cash for it. Cash is not king. If you are moving from this area and you think that you can make a cash offer with a low ball price, it's not going to work because you're competing against a lot of other cash people. So if the house has been on the market for 2 weeks and there's been a price adjustment, that list price is what it's going to sell for, or maybe a little more. So be prepared for that. If you're an investor, this might be a time, unless those numbers work just absolutely perfect for you, it might be a time to just sort of hold your money and look and see what's around you, do some market research, and just wait a little bit, or extend out to these surrounding outer counties like Rutherford or Burke or Jackson, some parts of Haywood. The rental market is continuing to have price increases. There's a point to where workforce housing, teachers, firemen, hospital workers, nurses, those people that are not getting raises are at a limited income anyway. So increases in price rent can be a struggle for them. We've been discussing that within our CREA group. But yet, for the small landlords, the trash fees, well, because gas fees are going up, so increases in rent rates are going to occur. We're just at an interesting stage right now with the real estate market to see if these interest rates and the inflation is going to put fast brakes on everything. There are more foreclosures happening, not a huge amount, but there are some, and that is not going to be enough from all statistics to increase the inventory. The big story is that, as it's been for the past 2 years, is lack of inventory. And as long as there's lack of inventory, then houses are still going to need to be bought and sold. So if you have any more questions, or you're looking for that house or want to sell, just text me, call me, visit the website, lovethegreen.org, and stay tuned for next month.